What do you mean, damn? Yeah, shit happens. You might not even have um, sound at that instant because things are broken. It is. It is. The stream, OBS crashed again just before I started, so you know how that works. Cat, hi. Again. Good morning. Good day. How's everything? Oh, it is I'm accumulating right now. That's what happens. I am in different states of accumulating. Alright? I'll explain in a second. Yes, I did do that. That's gonna take a while before it works again. 1 second. But yeah, I'm in the headache phase, plus tired phase, plus good job on landing at 9222. That is centered in the center of the screen, right behind me. That is impressive. That is impressive. Indeed. Good job. Good job. I forgot about that. Yeah, we probably will have no stream on YouTube at the same time today, based on how things are at that instant. Everything is broken. Marmalade, hi, we're calling. You cleaned the whole house. Good job. You made a crypto-ish wallet, as in it works with crypto, or as in something different? I mean, it is impressive indeed. Impressive indeed. 1 second. And then we will have access to the stream deck to move and change scene, because that's not the case right now. Come on. Come on. Go on. This works now. Am I fine? I am fine. Yes. It is headache glasses day, as you can tell. That is bad. That is so bad. We have some news. We have some things happening. I am sad. But yeah. I'll explain why I am sad. What the fuck was I about to say? Something about things. Cleaning is not something that I did today. I should have, but I didn't. I mean, I cleaned the floor. I kind of cleaned. I did vacuum the house. It's not the same size as the cat's house, but yeah. Also that bitches. All right. So as one does, because one does, this thing right here, I think I have it started already, so I'm gonna just kill it just in case. Oh, and I said this thing right here, you can't see it because obviously it's not showing because OBS crashed. God damn. You have a cleaning lady? You rich as fuck. Anyways, look at the top of the screen. We now have game-centered integrated. Game center integration. Can you believe that? Game Center integration. That is pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. It's broken though. But it's there. It is there. It's working officially, and it has been added. It's not good. The reason why I'm very sad right now is because I have taken a closer look to Apple's guidelines to apps and reviews, and I need to work even more than expected. So yeah. That is kind of sad, but yeah, the initial ID of the Game Center on in the settings right now is having the ability to see some of your activities, achievements, progress, and also having the ability to not scan, but like um, have them sync across devices. That is pretty good, I think. I don't know. Maybe it depends. Um, but yeah, that's yeah, that's the main ID. It doesn't work entirely, but it is a start. It's almost working. The other thing that we do have that does work is this section with 190 coins right here. This thing right there now has a store. We have a store. It's working. It's storable. We can buy coins. It works. We can buy subscription. It works. And I am currently on the monthly subscription, as you can see. And that gives me some specific ability, which is instead of having lives in the quiz, I now have infinite lives in the quiz. So it's a neat little icon that I just made this morning for the infinite lives. I will show you how it looks in a big size, because it's better if you look at it in a big size. It's an infinite hearts shapes. I like it. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it works. I think it makes everything pretty good. The thing that I want to do, and that's gonna be for kind of later, but it kind of is still gonna work, is animate the stroke with the trim section, with the trim feature of iOS to have kind of infinite path with the outline when the user make a mistake. So if you make a mistake in the quiz and you are on
Potato underscore overlord is now following.
Potato Overlord. Hi, what's going on? How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Thanks a lot for the follow. I appreciate that. So when we have like a mistake in the quiz, I kind of want that to animate and just infinite lives type of thing. I feel like that's gonna be pretty good overall, instead of having this right there, having it. I'm just moving around when I should just do that because it's right here. I would have this, which means that now if I make a mistake, from Amatrin, interesting. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. It's been a while since I haven't seen Amatrin. I mean, I've seen her live, but we are live basically at the same time. So it's kind of off, but hi, welcome on in. We do some design stuff around here, and if you have a design question, feel free to ask. Right now I'm building a Japanese learning app right there, which is the first link in that link, and you can test it out if you're on iPhone for now. But yeah, so right now the ID is potentially to have like this infinite lives at the top, and so I can make as many mistakes as I want and be good with it and continue spamming, and that is supposed to work with the game center, I think. but at least the store section is done. Which is important. So you don't need to pay anything. As always, it's the exact same thing as usual. I want to provide as much free resources as possible, and so even this app, if I could put it like fully free, it would be fully free, but it's not feasible. Financially speaking, I am in the red. So I need something that gives me a bit of something. But it is mostly free. Most of the thing that you will have access to is going to be free, and you can use it as much as you want for free, to the extent of what you currently have, which is going to be the 3 lives per day, plus an infinite amount of lives, in a way. But that's a hidden perks of the app. The sparkles where, Denny? That's gonna be my question. You mean the sparkles on the characters? No, it's not. Letters in home. Yeah, here. Basically when I'm there. That's what you mean? These sparkles? These sparkles means that you are about to reach the mastery level for that character specifically. Most of the time, if you're not me and you like colors in your environment, you will have like a different theme, and it will look like a bit more visuals. So the characters themselves are basically, god damn it, that's a lot of movement for your eyes, I'm sorry about that, are basically slowly filling up with colors. And this one is at 4 clicks, 4 scene, and this one is at 5 scene, and then here is 6 scene. That is like the ultimate level. I have mastered this thing, and then when you have mastered and seen that element 6 times, you end up with it in a black environment, still sparkling because you just mastered it, but it's less visible than the other one. So that's the idea. That's the sparkles concept that I have. I have sparkles everywhere. If you have like a streak, your streak is sparkling. If you have mastered the entirety of the Kana, it is sparkling. It's not a web app right now. Right now it is an iOS app only, and it is only available for iPhone on iOS 18, which is kind of sad. But if you're on iPhone, that's the link, which is pretty useful. I guess you might make it again. God damn, today's your day. I see. That's crazy. Also, we almost have a slab down there. It's not a slab, it's a sulp, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm sure we could slab for sure. It's feasible. It is feasible, probably. Anyways. So that's the idea. I have sparkles everywhere. I have like shiny things everywhere. Again, for the for this view right here, if I have the phone previewed, the coins are working based on the tilt of the phone. That's a pretty easy thing to have, but also the badges that are right there. Yeah. What do you mean moved your characters? No. So yeah, we have like for now, for now, we only have the coins everywhere. So I'm only using the coins because that's the only thing I have. Oh, that's... sorry, I just saw that. My bad. You saw nothing. Yeah. Basically, Potato needs to say something. I need to follow up right after. The thing is, when I follow up, sometimes Stream Element is faster than me. So it would be easier if I... yeah. There. So, patate. Patate is pretty patate. It's very French of me. It sounds Canadian. It's probably Canadian. I have doubts. At the bottom of the screen, you have some letters. It's mostly visible here on the corner. And these letters represent the users in chat. When someone is chatting, your color and first letter is popping in, and then here you would have the ability to write things if you coordinate with the people in chat. So because someone in this chat has an S, Stream Element has an S, and I have an A, we usually have S right there, which is really good. But you know, sometimes shit happens, and with you, we can write slap. We almost had slap a second ago, so that's what happened. We don't really have peas usually. It's not a thing that I'm seeing often, at least. And I didn't bail. It's just like you typing. I can't, like, your letter is gonna stay at the end as long as you type, like so in the order of things, Potate needs to type first, then I need to do something, which right now you fucked it up, like him. and then I you know, me, and then like him, and then Stream Element. I guess if you mom, that would work. If you mom, that would work. Yeah. Yeah, that's an option. We have Salp D. Salp D's nuts. Sorry. Anyways, so that's a fun thing that I did today. It's a bit weird. It works half of the time. It's good-ish. We have a store, which is always fun. But yeah, it looks pretty okay. I removed the XP from the profile. I feel like this is cleaner-ish to be able to like go through and continue that whole system. And then when we have the leaderboard added, then the XP would come back. But yeah, I kind of did. I kind of didn't, but I kind of did. I guess it's my turn to say something. And Larkham, you can mom. No, don't mom yet. Just wait. You're still in the queue. Don't. I mean, Stream Element is still in the queue as well. So Stream Element is supposed to disappear right about now. Yeah, now you can mom now. I mean, or whatever the fuck you want, to be honest.
Mum!
And now we slap cat. That happens. Good job. Good job. Congrats. Congrats. I think that's one of the first um, coordinated words that we had. Congrats. Good job. Good job. But then potato disappeared, so now it's sad. Yeah, it is better than nothing. And basically, what I did, I found like a platform that's called App Launch that give you the ability to have some sort of a builder. And so I did these, and I thought it was free, but it's not. They basically give you the thing for free. You have everything, and then you download the icon, and they give you this, which is ugly as fuck. But it has the concept, and I feel like this gonna be the base that I'm gonna have. It's gonna be easier to have for me, and I can have like that fanning phones really easily somewhere. So yeah, have a good nap. Have a good nap. But thank you for stopping by and following. I appreciate that. So I feel like this is gonna be it. I have most of the screenshot that I need so far. I also made this screenshot, which is exactly the slang dictionary, which is one of the main point of the app, having like vocabulary, specific vocabularies, as in the slang word vocabulary is, or dictionary is a specific. This one is going to be paid, therefore we need to have this with a paid icon. I made some changes, tiny changes. But yeah, that's going to happen. And then today, because you know, I'm always on the internet, this happened. I discovered this specific Twitter account, and this specific Twitter account has apparently a bit of a habit of sharing pretty good App Store screenshots things. So it's pretty good for me for inspiration. There is a ton of them that are exactly what I have in mind, which is like basically these things. What I kind of like about this one is because it is just useless. Like if you start and you see this, you have the main points and then some sort of a screenshot without being a screenshot, and then real screenshot afterward. But as a starting point, I feel like it's pretty simple. So we might do that. We might have that as a concept. I do like transition between screens, like in between images. That makes sense because in the carousel you can see them, and it's okay. It's the point. It's the thing that we do right now. So I kind of like it, but it's really good for me to have like a bit of a reference place, and they have it on. So yeah, I don't know if they do that for work. Maybe they do, but they also showcase this one, which is like a before and after type of thing, which is okay. I don't know if I agree, but it works. So that is pretty nice for me as a reference. Good thing. So might take some inspiration from there. So I technically have started, but also my brain is just not working at all. To be honest, it's just not. Today has been so much in the store thing that, god damn. Tony, hi, welcome on in. The last, I think, Yeah, this one had like 500 lines added, and this one had 300 lines added. I mean, most of the things that are here, like I had it so much fucking files. There. Brain is just dead. Why sad? Because of this. No, not this. This. Sorry for the flashbang. I did go to sleep later than usual, yes. So this is the app review guidelines from Apple directly, and they showcase basically everything that you need to do in order to get your app approved. And in there is these initial points, which is we have a lot of kids. Denny, thank you for the nighttime. We have a lot of kids, therefore the content of the apps that you are providing needs to be either kids rated, as in this app is not for kids, therefore most of the content is not going to be available, and so you do your thing on your side, or we're gonna ban you. And then on the other thing, they also have like stuff about design somewhere around here, and it's the copycat one that I don't like. Which I talked about last week, which was one of my main points. I have enough things that are different than other platforms, but I also feel like there is some elements that could be considered as copycats. So I don't know. I don't know. And also there is a ton of things that I don't know how to do. Therefore, the implementation is not graceful or interesting. So yeah, all of that is the thing. The Apple guidelines for reviews is really strict. The Google guidelines for reviews are a bit more softer, a bit easier on the people. The thing that I've seen is that person, I think I liked their tweet. If it was a tweet, if it was on Threads, I liked it on Threads. It was probably on Threads. God damn it. If only I knew. If only there was a place where I could see my likes. Kinda hate this. Today has been ass all day. Jonathan, hi, welcome on in. Like, all of the Halloween costumes, just ass everywhere, which I appreciate so much. But, you know, then. Where is the thing? God damn, it's not on Threads. Well, I don't know. Someone basically said they sent their app for review, and then Apple sent them a feedback saying we couldn't pass the login, so we couldn't approve. Therefore, you know, we didn't approve it, which makes sense. But yeah, right now what I'm trying to avoid is having, how can I say that? Having the game center prompted immediately, which is not really true. You might be, Danny. I feel like Threads is a bit better than Twitter at that instant for consumption for designers. I will say that. I think it's not good for regular Twitter people, but it's good for designer looking for content. But yeah. Huh. I guess this is what I need to do. Ah, shit. Simulators is always so bad. So slow. So slow. So Threads has been good to me specifically, as in the reason why we have 400 plus testers right now on the app is because of Threads. I posted something, it worked, it was pleasant for most people, and then, you know, I posted link, and now I have testers, which is good. But yeah, that's the thing that I want to have and make sure that it works. And right now it's kind of broken, so that's the thing that I don't like. But also it's one of the recommendations by Apple for Apple through Apple things, as in their guidelines right here, they say, I think spam or uh, it's not in copycats. I forgot exactly where it is, but basically, Gothic. Hi, welcome on. And yes, everyone has to partake in the ass in Halloween. Yes. Um, also, I'm not hearing right now. That's gonna be much better. Um, basically, what they say is that you shouldn't prompt the user with too much requests at the start of the app. So if you launch the app for the first time and you have immediately something that says please connect to the game center, please log in, please do all of these things, it's going to be kind of complicated for them to approve that. But I have a feeling that it's going to be okay with what I have right now. But yeah, on this not so sad things, but still sad things that I have is the privacy policy that they require me to have in the App Store. There is one of the good thing, which is because I don't track anything and I don't gather the data and use the data of people through the app. There is nothing to track ever. I don't need a privacy policy, which is good. Less legal things to take care of, so I appreciate that. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Threads, it basically blew up that curvy tab bar to 20k, 30k views, and same thing for Twitter, so it's kind of equal. I posted the exact same post in Blue Sky, which had 3 likes. So, not that good. I didn't post on LinkedIn, and yeah, one of my previous boss from a previous company contacted me on Twitter yesterday, out of nowhere, with nothing in it. No message, no. Yeah, I don't know. Today, welcome to the question. That is why I'm sad. It is mostly because I don't have the things working, and I don't have any brain, as the title of today's stream is. This is gonna be a short one because my head is hurting so much. Like, I have the biggest headache right there, and I need rest, and I need no screen. That is what I need to do. But I still need to screen a bit, a bit per day, and it's Friday, so we can just chat, and it's fine. Oh, we'll see. That is pretty good, Gothic. That's pretty good news overall, I would say. Hugo, hi, welcome on in. So yeah, Denny, you said something earlier that I didn't read at all. And you said something, yeah, I'm with one of my security camera open on my phone because I'm waiting a delivery to come. You see the birds flying. Yeah, that is a good thing. It's a distracting element. You might make it. Like, this is a very, very slow drop, but yeah, good job. It's really on the side, but you did it. I mean, you dropped. Today is a drop day. You're the third person. I mean, the second person, but the third drop to make it. So today seems to be a drop day. Oh, and this one isn't gonna make it unless you bounce yourself. Nope, you don't. So yeah, you probably, both of you, not gonna land at all. I'm reading chat from far way up because I can't read fast. I think we're good. I think we're good. So, the thing that I've been working on today, because that's also a thing that I can talk about, have been that store-specific thing, and it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. It works. Because I don't like it, Gothic. That is the that's the reason. The reason. I tried my sister's ex brother. You see that, right? So my sister's ex brother was basically the manager in a D&D-ish shop. Not really D&D specific, but like D&D and game, like table games, card games, board games, all that shop. So he was really deep into that, and therefore my sister's ex was also therefore my sister as well, because right, all that. And what happened is, with all of the thing that we chatted, and because we were in the same city and all of that, we ended up having a campaign together, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was okay, but it's just not as entertaining as I thought it would be. Well, it wasn't, at least. Even though that team of people that were playing were pretty good players as well. So I don't know. And we had like basically the campaign that I'm gonna go here because it's gonna be easier. The campaign that we did at that time was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventures inspired campaign. So basically we had JoJo's characters as regular people-ish with our stands. And so some of us were stealthy, but the stand wasn't. And some of the stands were stealthy and our were not. So it was a bit confusing, as JoJo's is, but also it was interesting because it was JoJo's base. But it's yeah, that was a weird one. And we had another campaign that I kind of joined in, at the end, and that what made them say, oh, you could join on the next one. There's JoJo's one that we are doing like next month or something, and that was more for military rescue mission type of shit, which is classic, but yeah. I always have the same kind of build, where it's just not really interesting to me. Like I can't play someone that isn't matching my personality to an extent, not entirely, obviously, but I feel like I'm an assault tank. That's usually what I do. I have the HP to sustain enough damage, but I'm also loving just running in. And yeah, when you have like a party and you need to think about the other players and think about the thing that will happen and all of that, I can't do that. I can't do that. You need to think together. So yeah. Artillery artificial is fine. I mean, I usually have either brain, like intelligence, or speed as my top thing in my character charts, because it's just, yeah, I love speed. I love to be able to move further than most people and faster. And I also like to be stealthy as fuck, so sometimes it's these don't go together, like speed and stealth don't go together. I mean, they do, but not most of the time, unless you fly. If you fly, you're good. You know, anyways, not entirely my thing. I could. Yeah, you are barbaric, Ken. You would barbarically just run in as well. You're a tank as well, but for other reasons. In that department. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I tried. No, it's not good enough for me to play with other people that don't have the same amount of brain power that I have for specific task. That sounds posh as well, but it's kind of the reason. It's like, if I can think ahead and can think together, but one of the party member doesn't, or doesn't have the ability to just plan ahead, we need to think about that as well, and that's just dragging the whole party through. So I don't like that. Therefore, online games are kind of better in a way, because you can do whatever the fuck you want, and then you get, we did try Cthulhu as a reading material. I don't think I have that. I may have that. 1 second. That's my ears. That is my ears. 2014, 2013, 2020, long time ago. I don't know if I have like pictures of this flat. I think I do. And I probably do. I know you can't see it, but that is me being young. That's crazy. I look tiny. Where is this? It's probably 2013. I have half of a picture right now that I can see, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Not exactly. I said exactly twice, which means that it's exactly not what I'm looking for. Where's this thing? I'm looking for the shelf with the books that I had in my house when I came in France or in Paris for the first time, because I was living with my sister's ex-brother. And so the house was full of D&D stuff and other activities. This was the shelf of figurines, books, games. I mean, the main shelves has at least. And yeah, there is Dungeons Dragon here. I think there is a Cthulhu one around there. Like there is a ton. There is a ton of options, or there were a ton of options in there to pick from. So the house was a D&D environment, and that's probably also why I'm not entirely into it, because it was there all the time. Therefore, I'm not really into it because it was just a constant thing. It's the same exact thing that I have said many times about France in general. People come to France and are like, it's amazing, it's so beautiful, it's so nice, I really love it, and I'm like, yes, no. I lived in it for a long time. I can tell you it's not. And the same thing for the south of France, which is, it looks amazing, the scenery is great, and I'm like, yeah, it's just where I grew up, so it's regular things. It's just I don't see the beauty of it because I've grown with it, if that makes sense. So it's the same thing for the D&D thing. I just yeah. There was another shelf on the other side of the room. I don't think I will have that other shelves in picture, to be honest. It's probably out of the view. But yeah, we had this one as well in the entrance. That's another shelf, just with games, you know, just games and shit. And I'm looking for the last one, which should be around here, but I also have a feeling that this is where I moved. Therefore, I probably will not have another shot at that magnificent shelf. But yeah, basically here, that block right there, same thing, same packed tabletop games, all thing. Lots of it, maybe too much of it. I don't know. Yeah, overall, I guess it is the reason. That makes the most sense to me. I've been too long in it. Yeah, I can't show you that. I have a picture of the other side, but there is my ex in it, and I don't know if they would want to be shared online. I mean, I don't think they would mind, to be honest. Well, you know, privacy and shit. Damn. I see. I grew up in a very small. Mm, yeah. 1,500 people in the town that I was living in, and that is as of now. So yeah, small town. Not that small, but small town. But it's one of the popular one in France, in the south of France, that Cat went to for some reason. Have a good meeting, I guess. I don't know if I will still be streaming. I have such a headache. I might not be. We never know today. Today is gonna be a weird one. It is gonna be a weird one. But yeah, that small town was kind of small, and nothing really happened. You couldn't do anything. Um, like yeah, I don't really know how to explain that. But the only shop that was in the village was a very tiny corner shop with almost nothing in it, and we went there only if we couldn't take the car to go grocery shopping in the town over. So really, really inconvenient. And at that time, when I was like from 4 years old, 6 years old to 18, basically. Yeah, 10 to 12 years old, 12 years long. I was tempted to pass, like, or get my driving license to move around and be able to do such things, and I never did. And I'm kind of sad about it, but not sad about it at the same time, because I wouldn't have been able to at that time. But yeah, one of my ex from that town as well had like a small moped type of thing, and yeah, that helped the movement. But yeah, not the greatest town for me as a teenager, for sure. God damn. Hmm. So that's the that yeah, that's an origin story type of situation. Also for the D&D thing, it's a bit of an origin story of me not being able to, mainly because it's just not fast enough. I feel like the overall, right? Um, I can't take the meds again. It's not an option. Also, the meds that I have, let me just show you something. I mean, not really show you, but like show you something. The meds that I have, which are the only one that works, they have something written on it, which is in French, so you wouldn't really understand that. But it is one pill every 6 to 8 hours. Right? 6 to 8. And then they say never take more than 3 pills per day, which is fine. That makes sense. And then they say something that is really important, which is the length of the treatment cannot be more than 3 days. So if you take this for more than 3 days, you basically are at higher risks of the side effects. And I already have the side effects. So I can't take the meds because I don't have the meds. So I'm gonna go sleep at some point and hope for the best. I guess that's gonna be the main thing. Also, like that, these glasses are strong right now. Nonetheless, I still wanted to showcase some things about here. As said, the coins currently are the only thing that I have defined, and they work, but they don't really work for the plans. So I need to kind of create some sort of a, not coin system, but like a coin element that would work for the plans and that would make sense for the plans. So that is a plan. I don't know if we have a character in Japanese for subscription, like specifically. I think, as far as I know, I think we only have a combination of at least two, or it is written in full katakana, so it's subscription, peut, di, se, se, peut, di, que, si, oh, Yes, that's gonna be yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be it. So I need to figure out this segment specific here to ensure that we have something that makes sense at the bottom, and also to ensure that the cards themselves are better looking than this. I mean, for me right now, it's just not good. I don't know what you think of it, but I feel like this is not good, and it's also kind of out of place in some situation. Like I can't, I mean, I can trigger some things, but it also doesn't work. So that's the thing that I'm thinking about. We do need, and I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to edit some code on my own. I have doubts. The view is there. The stack is here. That's the initial stack. The dismiss button is there. And what I'm thinking is that to be here. And I have a feeling that this is not going to work. Exactly. Because this needs to be in a V stack, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. That's the thing that happens when you don't know what you're doing. Like that dismiss button, what I want to have is that dismiss button to be sticky and stay there and never move, and just stay at the top and not move with the scroll, which makes no sense. And have the portal refresh to be inside of the scroll view in the center. So yeah, it's just that I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm sure it's feasible, but I just don't know how to do that. Yeah. Also today I had like one of the most white meal because I don't have much available in my house right now. So I had like some chicken, which is fine, but it was basically chicken and onions, and that's it. With some herbs and salt, but most of my spices are empty, and I couldn't do much, so that was sad. Ah, fuck's sake. Does that make any sense to me? No, it doesn't. I feel like um I, I mean, if you've been here before, and you know exactly what I'm about to say. Don't. Why? Why put yourself through that? Makes no sense. Um, I mean, you can write them here, and I can tell them to you if that helps, so that you have like a bit of a hearing that is better than the Google hearing option. A regular native French speaking way, maybe. Um, but yeah, it is an option. As a French. I feel like maybe it kind of works. It kind of, I mean, to me, it kind of works. Let me add a background thing and see how that looks cool. So that I feel like this entire thing should be probably padding global instead of a padding top only. And then that entire thing should be, as far as I know, probably a full width element, I guess. Uh, and probably. But then again, I don't know. Welcome back. Apparently, you came back before the end of the ads. Good job. What did I invite? Invites to what? Invite today? That's what you're talking about? I am tempted, but I also... for deadlock, that's not... It's not a thing that I can help with at all. At all. Sure. Let's see. Let's attempt. I have a feeling that this Z stack here could potentially, if I have that there, it could work, maybe. I thought he didn't. I thought he didn't. I guess. I guess. Can I do that? I can't. Cool. I am so tired. I mean, I remember that you said that he was on something else, but he might have changed since the last time you said that. I don't know. I don't know. Why is you not visible? That is gonna be my question. Wow, it's so bad. So yeah, I think what are the words that you were talking about? Potential words. I guess if I have a padding, like a first padding. Nah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have learned, though, something that is pretty cool, which is right here. I have learned in my Twitter feeds, because that happens, about this. Content margins is an option to offset the initial scroll position. So I could technically here have a content margin thing right about, I guess, here, probably. Margins top. But again, because I can't figure out these things, this is just not good. These things being these things being the collapsible elements, as in right now I'm trying to have my view specific for the store view right here to be collapsed so that I can see the body, the entire body, which is a scroll view right there. And unless I can do that, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So now that's supposed to work, but also right now it doesn't. God, right. Fair point. I am sweating though, so that's not necessarily a good thing. But yeah, that would add 120 pixel at the bottom, which is good for scroll views and all of the thing where I basically had to have like a an offset, and I created like an offset. I feel like now that I know that, I could 100% just add these content margins bottom 120 on everything, as in the kanji view, when we have the scroll view right about here, we could 100% have, instead of having the add space there, we could have the content margin bottom automated so that it have like the like that 264 padding bottom, so I could 100% just do that and do 264 here and remove that. And if all goes well, I have doubts, but if all goes well, the kanjis should have the exact same placement, and that way I don't have the need to add like fake padding at the bottom, which is pretty good. I like that. I like that. The thing that I don't like about this is if and when you are on a different type of phone, it might not be good. It might need, or I might need, a viable, and I don't like that. But yeah. I probably just need some food. That's probably what's happening for me right now. But ordering food at 8 is the worst time to order. Why are you taking so long, kanji bitch? It's loading the new phone. That's what's taking so long. Gothic, you didn't answer me. As in, French words. Give me French words. For ones that I'm asking for French, you know, take advantage of that. Yeah, you see that? 164, no good. Not good enough. It's okay. It's not good enough. And I can't really go with like 170 because 170 on bigger screen is just so massive. So is this weird? It is weird to me. That even then 180, I mean the 280 technically that's gonna be the thing that I need. 280 is gonna be good, but god damn, that's a lot. And also we currently have the add space, which technically add space at the bottom of the scroll view. So right now, I don't know. If we don't have the add space, it's gonna end up here, which is making no sense to me. Like that amount to 280 for the bottom of the screen, this is just wild. So you know. Hey. I mean, if you buy me food, cat, maybe. I can order food, yeah. Yeah. Salle publique. I guess the salle as in salle, not sale. So it's salle as in salt or salt, if you want to pronounce it weird. But it's S-A, sa. And then you just have an L, so sal. Good job on the nap. Good job on the nap. Maybe that's what I need as well. I don't. What I need is this thing. Let me see how much it costs right now. Is it the same bitch? Yeah, it is the same bitch. God damn it. I don't want this. Why is my usual thing not open? It is. Cool. 1 second. Oh, you left my stream on. Maybe the voice is enough for you to just sleep. Médecin inspecteur. So it is inspecting doctor, or what's the name in forensic? I think it's forensic, kind of ish, but it's médecin. The D is really, the D is silent ish. So mais, when you decompose the thing, we go there. When you decompose the word médecin, médecin, we don't say médecin. We will say med, like meds, médecin. And Saint Laurent, it might be a thing. Louis is Louis. So not Louis, Louis. E-O. I-E at the end. But yeah, médecin is, if you want to have the French pronunciation, is basically the med, saint, and the E is kind of silent and doesn't exist. And for the inspector, it's inspecteur. So yeah. Oh, you took one of the weird ass thing. Madlu, hi, welcome in. How are you? Okay, 1 second, because that is crazy. Am I a fat ass? Yes, I am. Okay, listen to that. Arrivée d'un train. Arrivée d'un train. En gare de. Brace yourself. La Ciotat. La Ciotat is weird place, word, name. Like, it's just weird. But yes, most consonants at the end of a word are not pronounced, and most consonants in the middle of a word are silencing the next letter. So, as in what Potato said, je ne connais pas le français. Connais, it's not connais, it's connais, as in the second N out. So then that happens. Les Gobelins is just a school. It's not les Gobelins, it's les Gobelins. And it makes sense. This bitch is gonna be fat. Yeah, fat. I guess I need that. I guess. Let me see. Second. Daguerre. Daguerre. Da. Guerre. Oh, it's the morning for you? Or maybe you work at night. I don't know. But have a good morning work preparation setup thing. It's gonna be fun. Alright, food has been ordered. I am now poorer than usual. I have 2 burgers, 2 fries, 1 drink, 3 sauces coming in. Yes. Gonna have to go downstairs when they come in, but yeah. That's gonna be a thing. The oh, do you have like a bit of an understanding, Gothic, of the pronunciation of, I mean, basics French pronunciation of words, or are you mostly um, guessing most of the time? And yeah, dagger. Yeah, dagger is probably gonna be the English pronunciation of French words. Yeah. So it is gonna be complicated for you. For sure. For sure, for sure. Um, I guess the best thing that you could have or that you could do is to wrap your head around basic pronunciations of simple words and weird, uh, like weird word like la ciota, like daguerre is mostly logical for French people. Like when you read it, it's just da and guerre. Guerre is war, and da is just da. It's daguerre, that makes sense. But if you go with weird ass word like emancipation, that's weird ass things when you look at the letters. You also have the also you can do that. Yes, text and accent would be a pretty appreciated thing for most people for French words. Um, but it's um, I I'm a Figma Udang. Most people wouldn't. Most languages wouldn't. But en and en are two different en, and they are pronounced exactly the same. So there is that. You also have the usuals of um, I should just type normally. And I mean, it's French. Shut the fuck up. Quand and quand. These. I see. Yeah, I mean, that could be a good thing for sub-only streams overall to ensure that the people that would have access to it would be mostly interested in, and also the people that already were following and subscribing. So yeah, don't worry about self-promoting. You good. You good. But yeah, all of these kind of weird ass letters are gonna be interesting. The um, like that, like the SCE situation, uh, you know, like descend, like descend in English and descendre in French is really close. So it makes sense, and they are written kind of closely. But yeah, you have like there is so many things that have like the exact same pronunciation, le temps, the time, or the weather, or it's the same word, and en temps, which is as, en tant que, as in, or as X. So many, so many. And it's not even a different vowel sound, it's the same sound. We just ensure that we pronounce sounds the same way, and that, yeah. Oh shit, that's bad. I just noticed that my phone being plugged in on the computer makes the clock bad. Anyways, I'm thinking about French movies that are okay. That's limited. If you don't want to have, I mean, not if you don't want to have, but like I've said that many times. French movies are most of the time about someone cheating on someone else. That's it. Like the newer trend of French movies is ensuring that the cheating is accepted. Yeah, that's it. Like that. That's the thing. And yeah, it's kind of bad. It is kind of bad. But yeah. Goddamn, the guy already has my food. Holy shit. It's supposed to arrive in 6 minutes. Yeah, he's also someone who is trying to fuck every actress he's been filming, and some of them were not 12. Good French. Very, very French. Yeah. um, same, not 12. Not 12, but yeah. I mean, the French in general, that there is a reason why I don't like them. So, you know. There. Jean Renoir is a different person. Kind of different things. I need to go pick up the food, and I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes-ish, roughly. It depends how fast the bike is, but see you in a second. Maybe the music will stop. I might just put that up so that you have a bit of background music, all that. And yeah, see you in a second. Maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, roughly. Potential, I don't know. We have something. I came back with some food. It seems. It seems. No, the French lesson is pretty good. I mean, pretty good. I don't know. It's French, so I don't like it. But it's just if I can help, I'm gonna help. One second, I'm opening the thing. I have so much boxes. So, because these are good, these are fries, right? These are the boxes for fries. Obviously, I have two, and these are burgers, smash burgers, and obviously I got two because I eat a lot. That's the thing. I don't know if it's good. All I know is that it's a thing. Chris, hi, welcome on in. How are you? How's how's everything? Are you fine? I know that you had like an event in the family, and you also had a storm type of situation. So how's all the things you included all in? That's the question. I think you missed it, Jonathan. These fries are so good. Yeah. I have a migraine as well. That's why we have food. How was your stream today? Look at these. Look at these things. So good. Also, the sauce is spicy-ish type of sauce. So then I can already tell my brain likes the salt. That was missing. The salt was missing in my head. Had too much sugar today. Probably. But yeah. How's the storm thingy? Is it because of another? I mean, I've seen many video of winds. Is it the same thing? I mean, is it the same storm all over? Where you are? Do we have a category food and drinks? Is that a thing? I see. I see. I think we do. I think we do. Is there? Yeah, right there. Boom. Now we are in food and drinks. I can food and drinks and be good with it. Oh shit. Flooded up to the second floor? God damn. That is so bad. Well, I hope it's fixable at least. Yeah. Oh, came in on the second floor. So the first floor is fine, but the second floor is flooded. Interesting. Real building you have where you are. I see. If it remains fine. Oh, you can hear the crisp? I'm sorry about that. They are not the most crispy fries. Also, delivery is never good or the best. So, yeah. We do like them though, but it's kind of sad. Is it a rental where you are, or is it like you bought the house? Because prices. Also, I'm noticing that I'm eating like a normal person when I'm on camera, which is not making any sense to me. Yeah. So if the landlord doesn't repair stuff in general, and then this happens, probably doesn't. Yeah. God dang. Eating and having like headphones in is just so bad. Music is still running. That's crazy. Wouldn't have thought. Cool. That's gonna be easier for me. Yeah. It's the same thing. The flat that is here, the landlord that was there before, not the new one, but like the one that was there before, was a friend of my dad, and we hoped that he would give him like a bit of a discount. He didn't, so we didn't buy the next thing we should have. I get it. I mean, it's expensive. It's Paris center, all that. He wanted how much? 400k, something. And my dad would have been okay with like 150, 200 maybe. So, have a good lunch. I'm having lunch as well. This is not my lunch, but kinda. And now it's became a school. That's crazy. Well, dinner is always a good thing to figure out. I'm gonna say that. And fries is always a good thing. If you have the ability for fries, fries. Yeah, that's the thing that is sad about like Japan, for example. I know you're not in Japan, but like in Japan, because I looked into buying a house, obviously, some of the old houses that they have that are extremely cheap, you don't have the rights to tear it down. You need to maintain and renovate the post and the foundations and all of the things, but you cannot get rid of the things, like tear it down, build new. That's not an option. So it's really annoying. If you want like a new house in Japan, you need to buy the land for construction, not like, yeah, not a house, an existing house that you can demolish and build back. It's really annoying, to be honest. I wish they didn't, but they do. So, I feel like it's the first time or second time that I'm in food and drinks category, which is weird. But Ah, it works. I don't know. It's not exactly that. I think it's the how do you call that? Um, the land rights, where basically if you tear it down and you are a contractor, you have the rights too. But if you are like a single homeowner, you can't. There's a bit of a contracting things and government things where in theory you should be able to. But yeah. Adbert, hi, come on in. How are you? We are eating fries and burgers right now on Friday. Because I had a fat ass headache. I still have a fat ass headache. But the food helps. So you know. Um it is weird though that the houses in Japan, it's the same thing. Are sometimes for the old ones, the abandoned ones, are so cheap, like $0. You just pay for the contract and the things, and but the land, the same land, is not. So it's really weird, really weird. You basically pay in renovation, but there is a lot of them that are not really requiring renovations. So, goddamn you, noisy fries. And no, not Halloween party headaches. That's not. Yeah, that is not a thing. I am not someone that goes out. So no, I don't. That pissed me off. I'm just bothered by the French. So yeah, like they were noisy all night, and that just pissed me off. Can't sleep. Can't do anything. The free houses in Japan are mostly in locations where basically, for me, I wouldn't be, mainly because they are close to the sea, close to the tropes for the earthquakes and all that, which is a negative and a positive at the same time, meaning that if my house that I buy for nothing is destroyed with an earthquake, I can then rebuild, which is fine. But yeah, I mean there is plenty everywhere, but let me go to the usual place that we have. Um, like the one that are kind of cheap. This one is in Hiroshima, um, Okayama as well. Like very 20K for this, where you kind of can leave there. Like it's not really an issue. It's pretty good. You may need to renovate some of the walls, the interior walls, because of how old they are. But most of the things will work. Like the bathroom will all, like, obviously need renovations. But you're basically there, and that's good. But that's the issue here. They're probably like the sea somewhere, and I don't like that. Like it's a bit of a land of tsunamis and earthquakes and other things, and it guarantees that you will lose your house if it's not well built. But there is so many of them, including some that are in like Tokyo. or near Tokyo. Like this one's in Chiba, so that's really close. It's 105, so obviously it's more expensive, but it has been renovated, most of it. Lately-ish. Most of them that are old houses like this have been renovated in the bathroom, and that's it. But a ton of them have been extremely, extremely cheap. Let me see if I can find the one. I mean, this one is one that I've seen in Hokkaido, so it's built differently. It's built for the cold, and it's good for insulation, most of the thing, for me. And yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I bet my high, mark on. 18k to buy. Exactly. Just, yeah. 18k, 20k, 24k right there. The one that are in Niigata are usually kind of close to the sea because of how Niigata is built as a city. And again, bathroom brand new. And then the rest is just not that brand new. This one is a bit more inland, which is pretty good. But yeah, why? Usually it's because it happens to um, to be too far from the big city centers. That's the first reason. The second reason is it is the house of someone that passed away, and the children's or other relatives can't take care of it. Therefore, they just want to get rid of it. And then there is also the activity, and often it often happen where the person dies and they don't have any relatives alive because Japanese people stay alive for too long, and the house is just abandoned. And then it just goes into government properties, and then that's when you have the $0 houses. And for the distance to the city, sometimes it's like 15 to 20 minutes in bike, which is really good. Sometimes it's an hour, which is okay. But yeah, as Matt just said, also everyone is moving to the city, and that alone means that for you to go do your grocery shopping, to do any activities, you're gonna have to travel a ton. So not the greatest, but some of the good one. And this one is 5k. I can still buy that. This one is 8k. It's old, but it's livable. If it basically like if it ensured that I could have a visa to live there, I would have bought multiples already, because it's YouTube content and people love that type of content. But yeah. Yeah, also, yeah. I don't even know if Starlink is available in Japan. Like, easily. But yeah. But it is the newer American dream type of thing. Yeah, food for some reason. Wow. What did I say? I don't know if Starlink is um, available in Japan and good in Japan. That's what I said. Sorry. My bad. I don't know. Some of the other thing that I've seen multiple times is houses that comes with houses that comes with farmlands, and basically they have like they can give you the farm for free in exchange of you taking care of the farm, basically. And that happened in many cases. And if you're on YouTube, you will find a lot of YouTubers from Australia or New Zealand that have moved to Japan for that. It's pretty cool. God damn, it's a lot of rice. Aha! That's gonna be less crunch. Also, I clicked on something without really wanting to click on something. I feel like I'm gonna put crumbs everywhere. Anyways, these are good smash burgers. I love smash burgers. They are my favorite things, and these ones are cheap. Well, that happened. Yeah. I mean, Matt, I do agree with that for most places. I think like, I am French, sadly. I have lived in France for so long, I mean, almost 30 years, and I I wouldn't recommend living in France to anyone. I would recommend people come and live there. Um, uh, like is a bad thing, but like if you come in for vacation for like 3 weeks, 3 months, maybe a year, and even then, not really. I feel like you should just yeah, come visit. And again, I think it's the same for most countries. If you live somewhere, you see the negative part of the country more than when you just were there for vacation. The one that I do like though is this one has been sold for sure, but what is it? Mm-hmm. There is one that is like basically in Tokyo Center, and it's not much, like 116 for Tashikawa, which is not entirely center, but it's already like an hour from Tokyo Central Station. Yeah. God damn. Also, Chris, most houses in Japan would be too small for you, knowing how tall you are. Yeah, I I I do hate the French. Um, French have a superiority complex that is um, so ingrained that basically everyone else is a subsidiary of human. And yeah, if you're not white and French and pure blood French, you are type of peasant shit that, yeah. Mhm. um, yeah, no, most people aren't, but like the one that you hear about most of the time are. And as a French person myself that has lived in France for 30 years and isn't a pure blooded French, I have experienced so much racism on the daily basis, which is so bad. Mm. I don't hear anything about Australia being racist though, but you know, I feel like probably. So I'm not gonna diminish your experience for sure. That is true. But I feel like you being Kiwi and Canadian, these two kind of work together. I'm Algerian French, and these two countries just don't like each other for reasons. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm used to it. Is it really that pronounced for you as well? It's crazy. I wouldn't think that New Zealand and Canadian would have like I mean I wouldn't think that the Kiwi would have a negative view on Canadian and that Canadian would have a negative view on Kiwis. Um, oh, because you have I don't really know the type of face. But it's probably different. Um, I see. Yeah, if you don't look like someone that is from the place, I guess I get it. That's because you didn't have a starting soon screen. That's what you said. Are you loud? God damn it. Why? Why are you loud? Why are you loud? Second burgers coming in. Not hot though. It's less hot than before. I'm sad about that. But it's good. Cat that was in chat a second ago and is now streaming has a weird volume level when you are in person. As in, she could be here and be screaming and be on my bed and not speak loud enough. So it's just she doesn't have volume control, and most of the time she has like American volume control, which is kind of bad. So yeah. Mm. Hmm. Dabshi, hi. Welcome on. How are you? How is everything for you? I've seen this one a lot, and it looks nice. It's just in the forest and the mountain, and I know there is too much spiders. But that bathroom is pretty clean. Have a good coding session. Like I saw this one, I saw that as a very potential stream room because, but then the forest, and I'm like, I would need a car, I would need so much stuff. Have a good luck, I think. Appreciate it. And there has been so many have been renovated or well maintained. Like this one is pretty good inside. Or second, this one. This one, like you just need to change the walls, and you're good. Most of the time. So that's interesting. Good job on the code. That is always good. Progress is always good. God damn. There was one, and we talked about like a year ago, I think. And they had a fully renovated kitchen. That was kind of crazy. It could be this one, but it's not. Yeah, it is available, but I don't know if it's good. This is one of the thing that we talked about like 6 months ago, I think. Yeah, January, 10 months ago now. This one is it's 20K or 30K, and it's a restaurant. You have a restaurant at the bottom, and you have the living quarters above, so you can be at work, But then the sea right there, one tsunami, and it's gone. No more house, no more restaurant, no more anything. So yeah, I don't like that. But look at this, brand new-ish, like fully renovated kitchen, fully renovated bathrooms. It's just yeah. Like a local bar that people already went to, or were used to go to, I guess. I can't find the thing. But yeah, like these, that's not a good thing for me. Like it's too close to the water, and yeah, spending 108 on something that can be disappearing in seconds if there is like a earthquake or typhoon, whatever. I mean, mentioning Idaka, so I don't know exactly where that is, but Also, Chris, I saw your message about Shintaro is brief. Is it this one? It's not. It is not this one. God damn it. I can't find the thing. Most of the ones that are in Tokyo are more expensive, like roughly 100k, but still 100k is not much compared to other places. And for what you get, I do like it most of the time. I love the Japanese houses and Japanese flats, like the small ones. I like small flats. It makes more sense to me. But yeah. These things are just... yeah, so nice. Anyways. I don't know if you would be able to knock out the second floor and get some high ceilings. I think you could. I think you could, but then you have like really high ceiling, and therefore I don't know if it's really useful or good. Eh. That is a lot of dust. God damn it. Okay, so let's take the medicine for the day. Yes, this is medicine. This, if you don't know, Coke is usually medicine, and when I have a bit of a headache, sometimes this helps. So we're gonna see. I doubt it, but we never know. Did you do anything, by the way? Chris, you said that you sent the brief to Central, but did you do anything? Because if you don't do anything and then you ask him to do something, that's not fair. You know. Leading by example all day. Food was fine. I think I have fries left. Second box of fries. I don't know if I will eat them. I don't think I will. Ah, see? I mean, you have had a lot of things happen, so I get it. I get it. Is the older person not in the same country? Because if that's the case, then that doesn't help. I guess was in the same country. That's gonna be the thing. Yeah, even worse. I see. So a lot more planning, I guess, maybe. Also, it's not the direct family. It's not like, yeah. I mean, it is, but it's +1 direct. I am so vague right now. The direct, indirect, I see. Like, the bond is there, obviously. What? That makes sense. Yeah. That's what you think. Yeah, there is this thing also. I'm just looking at other. God damn. Right? Okay, so if I open Instagram And I just, the first thing is ass because it's Halloween costume. The first, as I said, it's just the whole day has just been ass. I like it, but I can't show anything on stream. It's just ass. God damn. I was looking for Japanese houses. I'm not lying. Oh yeah, no, it is algorithm. I do like it, but it's just like different thing. I was looking at this, or for this specific page, because they do have some very interesting Japanese houses and other places that are in Asia, and that really look good. So these are things that you can kind of retransform the building if you keep the right foundations, but yeah, like that's crazy. It's crazy. Like my secondary account that I had when I was in Japan, that I mostly used when I was in Japan, just for buildings and things. Some of the architecture that we have in France is so much different than the architecture that we have in Japan. As in, this is the Christian Starbucks. It's basically crosses all over. It's just Starbucks. And the first time I saw it, I don't really understand what no, but it's just like Starbucks in Japan have different things and themes. Like this one is really non-practical, but it's fun. And I just love most buildings in Japan. Like this one is a weird crop like thing. I can't really explain it. I like this glass one. It basically has a full-blown glass box around the building that is like 1 meter from the walls, and then the stairs are connecting to the glass, but they are outside of the building, but inside of the building because of the glass. So this is one of the cool and interesting like architecture that happens to be in Japan. These are really, I don't know. I like it. I like it. I like it. Small details, small things here and there. You know, buildings like this. Simple. It works. There's a ton in like Thailand, I think, or yeah, I think in Thailand there is a ton of these as well. That I'm thinking. There is the I mean, you probably have heard of it. The Kyoto Starbucks, which is one of the popular ones, but this one is like an impressive-ish history building that they kept, and they just transformed it into a Starbucks, and the interiors, the old building types And they do that. They have the the Tokyo roastery Starbucks, which is amazing as a building as well. Like, again, I love architecture. This thing is 3.5 floors up, and the bottom one is just 2 floors. So when you enter, you have like most of the headroom to just travel in. But in the center, you have the roastery beans, or the roastery for the beans, the coffee beans, and they are roasting the coffee in that Starbucks specifically to then serve coffee. And that's the type of shit that they do in Japan for Starbucks, because they love Starbucks. And I don't really see or have heard of other places. I'm sure there is, but I haven't heard of them as much as I've heard of or about the Japanese versions of Starbucks. That are just crazy. So I'm probably wrong, right? There is probably other places, but yeah, like that's the roastery thing. And you can just sit there and see them roast coffee and sip your coffee at the same time. It's so good. I mean, so good. I don't know, but it's so nice to see the different interface. There's a thing about the hospitality. It's not really hospitality. It's the tatemae, which is the perceived mannerism of Japan that is really appreciated. But I think it's also present in other Asian countries. Again, I don't know, so I don't want to generalize, but I feel like it is a thing in other places, as in probably in some place in China it's going to be the same thing, probably in some place in like Hong Kong or Thailand, probably in Bali in some places. I have a bit of a hard time with Bali in general because it's overpopulated with tourists. Again, I am a tourist, so when I'm going there, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it could be a thing, but it's interesting to see like buildings and architectures in countries that have a heavy architectural styles, as in the Japanese buildings are known to be like the Japanese buildings. And you look at the current trends in Japan, they are really different than other places. It's the same thing in I think in Taiwan. There is a ton of glass and concrete buildings that are popping up, which are really cool looking, but also they are glass and concrete, so it makes sense. And it depends if you are into that or if you're not into that. If you're not into that, that just doesn't work. CDB, how are you? It's okay. I've known better, but yeah, it's fine. I had a headache for the full day, and I just downed 2 burger and fries, and now we are on this. So that's why the stream was in food and drinks, and now we are back into software and game dev. Because we have news. We have new stuff, which is pretty cool. I mean, pretty cool to me. I don't know if it is pretty cool, but it is pretty cool to me, where we currently have reached the point where I am this close to be able to release, and that's a good news. But I'm also this far to be able to release because so much things to do. And I don't know. Right now, the current addition is this page right here. We now have the ability to buy coins or subscribe with a specific plan. That is good news for me as a business side of things, but it's not necessarily good news for everything because it doesn't work entirely, which is sad. But it works. It's the basics. It has the same design language as the rest of the app. And one of the things that I do like though, the light mode is fine. Like the more I'm using it in light mode to check and test, because the dark mode has been designed entirely to ensure that it works. But the more I'm using it in light mode, the more I'm like, it's okay. It's not the best thing that we have made, but it works and it has an interesting feel to it. Like it makes sense. Something is fine to me. So I kind of like that idea so far of having the light mode being like this, even though it is better if it's not. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is my first ever code project, so I'm native only. It feels better. Also, it to me it kind of feels more natural to use native for iOS and native for Android. That way you can take advantage of things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to take advantage of in other platforms. Like if I were to do React Native, for example, it might be easier in a way to generate some things, but it might also be like just annoying and harder to kind of manage. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no knowledge. Also, we did this yesterday. New icon for the dictionaries that are now a bit of a lock with a $sign. I tried many options and ended up with this one. This one felt the best overall, because the keyhole is going to be unlocked with money. Therefore, you have these two things that are highlighted compared to this one that is just $1 that is highlighted. So I tried that. I have looked into Jetpack for Kotlin Jetpack or Jetpack Kotlin. I don't know exactly how it's called, because they said, from the people that I've read, they said that it was mostly similar to Swift UI, as in it's a declarative language. So if and when I have time and I'm not burned out after the iOS app, I'm probably gonna transfer things to Jetpack. It seems like the right move to do at that instant, so we'll see. We will see. But yeah, did that yesterday and did this today. I really need it to be kind of cleaner. I feel like the center here to be more of a infinite sign, and then I really think that the transition in between that point and that point also kind of need to be like that for the animation. Because if I want the thing to circle through, then it's gonna be complicated. Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be fine. There's still some things that I don't really like about the overall way that the hearts are looking in the center, but they work. They will work. We also had, or I have added this detail that from, I think it's been a week now, but I haven't done any release since Monday, so it's been a week. But yeah, now the hearts, when they are broken, they are broken, and you have the lightning in the center, or the crack in the center. In both versions, they used to be like this, so I feel like this is better. And I as I said, I had a chat with my sister about these hearts, and we made it white so that it can take the color off of the theme. So if I'm in light mode at gray, it's going to look like this, which is fine. It kind of works. If I'm in dark mode, it's going to be much better. But it's going to be the same thing. So that's a good addition, and right, it kind of works. The thing that I have now is this, because people have been complaining about the fact that they don't understand why some characters have a star. So I just added this specific information thing with the tiny information that is there. And if you trigger it, it pops back in. What I want to do, and I doubt I can do that, but what I want to do is this animation. So that it's just vacuumed in the question mark. I have doubts in my ability to do that, but that's the idea I had yesterday, and maybe that will work. But I don't think so. If it works, it's gonna be fun and fine. But yeah, it's basically where we are. Yay! I don't know. I don't know. Again, all I have done in code right now is cursor. Like that's it. Like, that's what I'm saying. We do something, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. So we need to change this thing to be linked to the game center, and it needs to be initialized somewhere else, and then it generates some code, and I just press apply. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I revert and I go to something else and I ask again. But that's what I do, and I don't have any idea of what's written in that code. At all. Not at all. So the only thing that I can do now, with the time I spent in doing that, like it's been 3 months now, I can easily, for example, right now I need to work on the street card, specifically in the spacing in between the milestones and the rest. It's supposed to be at 8. That here, instead of being at 16, I know it's supposed to be at 8. But that's basically all I can do. I can just say, well, this section here, the font and headline is supposed to be a different thing. It's supposed to be bold instead of inherited. It's supposed to be something else, so on and so forth. And that's yeah, that's the thing. God damn. We had a chat about it on last stream, Chris. Then you wanted to know about motion design a bit, and we had a bit of a chat. Short one, but bit of a chat about it. Oh, you mean Rive, for example? Yeah. That's broken. That's broken. But yeah, like for example, here on my own, I'm proud of myself for that. On my own, I figured out that the way that the cards are displayed um, have like a coin position. That's not a thing that was generated by the AI, and I knew how to make it work. So, for example, the free plan here is not in the right place, and it's supposed to be at 80 instead of 24. And now I can just do that, and I have the coin in the right place. But before that, um, like I mean, not before then, but other than that, I can't really do anything else. Not much. So yeah, that's it's a bit of a weird thing. And I'm sad that I can't really understand what I'm doing and how things work, because it would be way easier. But you know, eh. That button, that's the button, that's the font. This one is before the spacer. Let me take that here and place it there. That button, for example, would be better if it was here above. And then the current coin is not necessary. I don't think we need that. So I can remove that. Because you're supposed to come from the profile, which contains already the coins. So yeah. The new Adobe tools are pretty insane. I agree with that. Yep. I think the Adobe tools are gonna be mostly generations, as in AI generated. I think Rive is gonna be more powerful. Again, from the thing that we have shared last week, and the thing that Rive has shared last week, or at the beginning of the week, they just announced this. I think. Is it? It's not. That's the previous version. This. And so that's crazy. To have like auto layout that fluid in an HTML format, like that's a very impressive input. The thing is, it is rasterized content, therefore it's not entirely good. And yeah. But for games, it seems insane as a tool. Like the app that I'm building, I could 100% make it entirely in Rive and have it work for any platform, because it will just work. It's just like images that you click on. So yeah. It seems they are, yeah. Tiny-ish. Like this one is kind of insane as well. Like it's just integrated in as a Rive thing, and it just displayed properly because it's not mapped, but like it's a shader. It is. So this is like a mix of Rive here for the animations there and Unreal at the same time. That's the latest addition, the responsive thing. It's just crazy to me. Like the way that things reorder themselves or reorganize themselves, and not just like the one that I'm like impressed by is this one. The this score thingy that just decide to go back by floating in a regular transition. It would just go straight there and not have like a path that flows or something. It just go straight there, and it would do that as fast as possible. So all of these transformations are kind of impressive for me because of how it works. I'm just I don't get it. I don't understand the UI. I really need to spend some time in learning how it works and what can be done, because it is impressive and it's really useful. And as I said 2 months ago now, the curved tab bar that I have would have taken me 15 minutes instead of 3 weeks if I made it there. And I would have been done with it by now. And we would have had that working and flexing every time, everywhere, no issues. Like we have an issue right now where if I'm going from the first one to the third one, it flexes an elastic itself. From the third one to the second one, same thing, it flexes elastic itself. If I'm going from any of these to the fourth one, it's direct. There is a bug-ish where it doesn't want to flex. It kind of flexes from here to the other ones, but from the other ones to this one, it's just direct. And it's really sad because I don't understand why. Yeah, it would have been even more easy than, I mean, not even more easy, but it would have been the same thing that I had to do. Yeah. It is, so I don't think it's cheating. I think it's very powerful tools that will give you the ability to do things that you wanted to do without having to know the code section. And it's not really cheating either, because these are things that you can like entirely do in code. Like if you wanted to, it would take more time, but it's feasible. And like if I zoom in on this one, it's just a hover state and an animation and a video in the background in a way. So this is something that we would have done with After Effects and images, GIFs, videos that are just on hover, you display them. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad headspace to have. I think it's pretty good to think about it as a if I know how to do it the hard way, and then I find a way that is easier and that works for my brain, then I now have an easier way to do it, but I can still do it the hard way if the easier way doesn't work. Whereas if you do it and learn it the easier way first, you're kind of stuck. Like if something doesn't work in the easier way, you don't have the ability to expand, which is the initial thing that we talked about with Stony multiple times on, like on Framer, for example. I have made things in ways that just makes no sense. As in the buttons for the hire me, right here. That thing is on hover, has the particles that just expand. But in order to have that work, I needed to have it on the entire element, and it's just wrong. It's not how it's supposed to work entirely. So that is a bit of a weird thing. The background is a like spline thing, so that's cheating in your way of thinking. But it's just a new tag that exists. But overall, like most of these things, I have been obligated in a way to have multiple variation of the same component. Like for this one with the image for the arrows, these are basically four versions of this bar. And in code, it would be just one bar with 4 buttons, which would be another option here, but it wouldn't have like that thing. No. It's like in Framer is basically this. You have your main component here, and then you have your second option, and third option, and fourth option, and fifth option. And from there, the only thing that happens is that if I'm hovering option 1, I'm displaying that entire thing. If I'm hovering option 2, I'm displaying this entire thing. That's based on here. So the link on this one is going there. The link on the last one is going to the last one, and so on. And so all of that is things that I can do in Framer, but there are a ton of things that I can't do, and I needed to integrate like some plugins, some external things, as in spline as well. It's the same thing for Rive. Rive is going to be really cool. It's really efficient. And since I learned that the guy that created Lodi, which is basically the ancestor of Rive, joined Rive as an employee, I'm like, well, this thing is going to probably surpass most of the platforms soon. So, But yeah, that, again, that would be great as an animation tool for me and my app. Like that, it just seems so easy. And again, we know that, how is it called? Duolingo is also using it as their new animation tool. And this one is really cool as well. You have a Pomodoro timer on your phone, and you can define like the amount of time that you want, and based on that, it just works. It just does the thing based on the rules that you have set. And when I'm looking at this, it just feels too complex for me to understand right now. So yeah, I get that. But again, like going back to what you said, which I absolutely agree with, I know how to do that. I know how to do these animations in After Effects and Premiere and other like animation tools. Like that's the thing that I can do because I learned that when I was in school. So my brain is aware and can create most of the transition and things in pure animation tools. Having the ability to do that more easily, like I'm looking at this shine effect, right? For me, this is extremely simple in After Effects, in Fable, in Figma as well. I could do that in Figma. But I can also do that in CSS. Like, it's really not an issue in CSS. And with that knowledge of knowing how to do that in CSS, already I'm like, yeah, cool. So if Rive is simpler than the CSS version, I'm going to use Rive. But that's probably not the case. Yeah, it is basically just a radial gradient. Like you have your text layer. And your text layer is going to have, you have two options. You can just put one of them at like 60%, let's say that. And then you have a second one that has 100%. And this second one has a mask. And then that mask specifically has a bit of an effect that is going to be a layer blur to feather out the thing. And your animation is just going to be doing this on repeat, right? So that's, you put it further out, like around here, you make it go the other way, and then you make it go back. So that thing is feasible and easy. If you go with gradient position, you can't animate it in Figma. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way here. But yes, it would be a radial gradient position, center position that just go through. Yeah, in CSS it would be way easier than what I'm doing right here. But with that in mind, right, with all of these options, that I know how to do it in CSS, I know how to do it in Figma, I kind of know how to do it in Rive as well, because it's a mix of both. And I probably kind of know how to do it in Swift now that I have done the character component, for example, that has this amount of gradient growing throughout. That kind of makes sense. But that's bad. What happened? Huh, I see. Oh yeah, it's linked. I forgot about that. Jonathan, did you ask last stream on Wednesday, or was that Denny? I think it was Denny, because the entire discussion that we had on Wednesday was about this. The reason why I was recommending to not do that. Right then, hi, welcome in. No, it wasn't you. So last week, then you sent me a message about the animation.dev course, and we had a chat about it on Wednesday about the animation, the content that's here, because personally speaking, that
Just_Monsieur is now following.
Just put your hi, we're calling in. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? thanks a lot for the follow. Appreciate that. So it's a 199 for this course, which I think, even if you have a discount, I think there's this thing which explain pretty well how animation goes. It's 24 minutes, and it is shit. I forgot the 45-second at the end. It is for animation. It's not like for web. I get it, but you will have the understanding more at the end of the day, how to animate things, because the principles that are in there are the things like that you need for animation on the web. So I personally feel like this is a waste of money and a waste of money. All I'm saying is I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I looked at a lot of other things. If you're looking for animation in UI, overall, there is like a ton of other platforms and videos that exist that explain how things work. This is for After Effects, obviously. It's different. But the other one that we took a look at is the motion design in UI, but also like in other places. And this is one of the potential thing that I wanted to add to the app for me, because it's a Swift UI thing. Nonetheless, that doesn't change anything in the fact that this specific, I mean, this is a me thing. This is free. It's on YouTube. It's available. They don't speak, which is kind of sad for me, but fine. This is the same, and I don't know. Yeah, but it's the same principles. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. It's just the motion principles and the implementation principles of motion in whatever tech, whatever language, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, whatever, it's going to be kind of the same thing. And unless you understand the motion principle, the principle of motion design, it's not going to help anyways. So yeah, I have, Chris, 100%. One of the reasons why I'm not releasing a course is because I have learned things for free. All of the knowledge that I have, or most of it, I have acquired it for free, and it feels wrong for me to sell it to you because I got it for free. Yes, it took me time, but I got it for free, so you can too. And I mean, Jonathan, if you want the process and the framework and how it works, again, I'm sure that there is someone on YouTube that has like a Framer Motion JSAP course free as well. And I feel like it's going to be better. I mean, specifically JSAP, because again, they have been acquired by Webflow. That entire thing of motion is kind of crazy overall. And they probably have, again, like they probably have a course, they probably have teachings in there of how things work. And in there, they will explain how JSAP works and how you can animate things. And you don't have the principle because, as you just said, you already have these principles. You already know them. So I don't know. Like frame of motion is going to be another one thing that you can have. I know that they have a ton of documentation about it on how to use it. And the last one is motion.dev, which we use as a reference often because it's an animation library that you can use. And it is a pretty good animation library. So, you know. Yeah. So if you're wanting to use that, which is fine, go on. Like I with Framer specifically, with Framer being Framer and Framer Motion being that big on motion framework, there is for sure documentation, which I'm on right now, but also YouTube channels that are dedicated to Framer Motion. I am sure of it. Are they good? I don't know. But I'm sure that there are like YouTube channels somewhere that have the content that you're looking for, and they are free. And maybe it's because I'm broke right now, but $200 for I mean the promising future updates is kind of weird. But you know, if again, if this is the format that works for your brain and that you enjoy learning with that, and you don't think that the price is a too high thing or you can spend that, I mean, do it. I buy so many things that are useless to me because I need to know how it's made. As in, what is it? It's been a while now. The last thing that I've bought. Where is this thing? God damn it. It is somewhere. It's supposed to be somewhere. Somewhere around here. No, not here. Cool. There. I forgot the name of it, so that doesn't help, obviously. But I know the cover. Well, technically, I know the cover is blue. Doesn't help either. I'm sure I passed it by now. Yeah. Bitch. Can I No. I have the refactoring UI PDF somewhere. Apparently, I just can't find it, which is crazy. And there's another design principle thing that I do have, but I can't find it. Well, fuck. I don't care. I don't have Crisdo typography PFs. No, I do not have that. Anyways, I buy things in terms of design related content when they are on discount most of the time, and also like I the more that I'm paying for things, like the last one, I wish I had it because it's really it's a good representation of how I see things. Did I just put it in my documents instead of putting it in here? I doubt it. Can I just do that? No. And kind is PDF. That is not the thing. I guess this is going to be a pretty good-ish reference. I bought this from UI Adrian a while ago, and I bought it on the first day so that it was at a fat-ass discount. So it makes sense because 99% of the content that is in there is things that I know. The only reason why I decided to buy it is because I need to know how they structure their courses, and I also needed to know what was in there. And so most of it, like if I'm going into a random component in the center of the fucking PDF, most of the explanation of what is there, like, again, is the thing that I know, but it's, to me, the content is not that good. It's mostly useless, but for someone that doesn't have the knowledge that I have, it is pretty useful. So these are the things that I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could build like a course like this. But yeah. I think, I mean, personally speaking, that most of it you can do yourself. Creating the icons, that will take a bit of time if you don't have the understanding of how iconography works. But most of the rest of the contents, that is just, it's just like the content in there is yeah. It's not that interesting to me. So if I didn't have like the need for that, I wouldn't. But now you have icons. Free icons. I mean, not much free, to be honest, but yeah, free icons. What do you mean, the anatomy icons? They're great. Look at that. What are they at? Right there. Great icons. Great icons. They make sense. They're useful. We need these. Like, you probably wouldn't have a UI kit that contains these and these next to each other, or maybe these, but like, yeah. I mean, most of the sexual related things, it's just me. And the fun part is that we did them on day 69 of creating icon every day, so obviously we had to do that. And it, and my favorite one still is this thing. It's just so good. It's just so good. It is so good. Yeah. Compared to these, like every fucking apps have arrows. But then I kind of decided to do like different type of hands, different type of homes. I kind of took like the Airbnb icons for these ones. And things. Yeah. It's when, yeah. It's the karaoke icon, you know. Also, from the thing that you were needing for the delivery thing with the boxes and all that. Yeah. That was necessary at some point. You kind of needed that, so we added them. Yeah. We saw this. I think we saw this one as a reference. And, I mean, as a reference. It is a reference, but we kind of made it with a banana instead of this one. I mean, this one is a thing, but it's just like with the banana, it's more fun. But the thing you put on a block of cheese, that's not the same thing. You're talking about the food one that is this right there. That's what you have in mind. I do have some clothing icons. Yes, I do have these. Mostly men clothing icons, as in t-shirt, v-neck, long sleeve, and then different types of hoodies, zippers, pockets, nothing, shorts, coat hanger, human hanger, shoes, hats, all that. Clothes. Same thing. That is not. I do have a tad of 8 bits ish. I did like a bit of a set for stream at some point. I mean, Chris, you need to remember the fact that the icons are 24 by 24, and like 24 by 24 is not enough to showcase whatever they make. I did these a while ago for stream badges, and stream activities with like the just sub 1 year, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, all that. That was the whole concept, but yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of pixel art. I feel like it's simple, too simple. So yeah, we kind of reached this now. Like, I am here, personally, I think. I am here. So we still have like 2 more. That's crazy. What's that link? Yes, I love chunks. Chunk is mostly like the sharp icons, so it's kind of the same thing as the sharp set that I have right here. I mean, kinda, not really, but kinda. Like, instead of having them being really well rounded, I just made them sharp. And so that's an option. But it's not the same thing as the other one that I have, which are if you're interested in like yeah, Shanks is another person, but it's fine. If you are more interested in heavier icons, take a look at this one. The UI starter kit has some, not much, but some kind of heavier 2 points icons that can easily be transformed into square. And I think you can use that as a base because they are really, really simple. This one is broken. And they contain things that are not entirely working for the set. Like, this is a bit too thin by not much, but a bit too thin. But most of them that I made on this one is or are 2 point lines, which are heavier. So if you are in need of something that is a bit more impactful or heavy, these are going to be better. I don't have much though. That's what I will say. But it's a start, right? So these are cool. Highly recommend these. I think I put them in multiple kits already as sources. But Chunk, yes. Chunk is amazing overall. And it's a mix. Also, they have multiple styles, but it's a mix of the material solid. Have a good rest of your weekend. Take care of yourself, Chris. We'll see you soon. It's a bit of a mix of the material solid and material zero. So yeah, highly recommend these. Chunk is great. Yes. Today, I guess, to go back to what we were saying, and then I'm gonna go because my head is about to explode. The Emil's course, why not? As I said to Denny on Wednesday, the only reason why I would recommend it is because it is for devs and for the implementation in code right now, so that you have a bit of a better understanding of how it is. But $200 for, again, something that you can easily find for free anywhere else is kind of crazy to me. And then even though Framer Motion is really useful, most of it, not all of it, most of it is feasible in basic CSS. Like it's basic transition. It's just way more annoying to do in CSS, but it is feasible. So Kevin Powell YouTube channel is going to help you a bit. It's more visual than animations, but still, like these are options. So if you buy it, though, if you buy it, same thing that I did. I mean, I bought Coding for Designers by Sekei because it's Sekei, but also because it's interesting. Most of the content was stuff I knew until the last 2 videos, and you know, sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's enough. I'm gonna send you to the cat because she has black hair now, and that's crazy. And she's doing some spooky games, apparently. So, you know, dang. Mama, doesn't that sounds like a normal thing? Then, yes. That sounds like a normal thing. Yeah. I mean, Tailwind is really simple, so I agree. I agree. Well, I hope I can rest. I doubt it, but we'll see. And as always, the VOD is going to be on YouTube. I'm going to have to do that today. That I shall be back on Monday unless my head dies. Yes. And yeah, I wish I could publish the app during the weekend. I have I doubt it, but we'll see. You know. All day. As always, things have been said. If you want to give me money, you can. That's highly appreciated, but I would rather you buy a UI kit rather than something else. And I will see you back on Monday. Who won today? Let me check. Chris. Well, you out. So, good job on winning on the day. And yeah, take care of yourself. Eat something, drink something, enjoy cat streams. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.